game over in Group L as the Black Stars, that's right, Ghana to get their campaign up and running up against Panama, that's right, in a must-win scenario between these two nations, which will get the 3 points, who of course will go away with nothing. We're going to get into that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look at the Group L encounter between Ghana and Panama, of course, with 3 points on the agenda. Who, of course, will get them? Well, we'll get into it in just 1 second. If you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe. You want to subscribe for Blackburn Rovers World Cup predictions. That's right, we've got it all here under one Rooski. Ghana have been right through the mud of late. Failure to qualify for the African Cup of Nations, free falling down the world rankings. But can they get the win against Panama? That's right, in a must-win game already. Day one, match one, must-win game. Standing in the way, though, is Panama. We'll get into those in a minute. Big shout out to my members, big shout out to the patrons, big shout out to you. Can we get a cheeky 48 likes for this video? I'm asking for the bare minimum. 48 likes, a like for each and every one of the nations taking part at this year's World Cup. So please, please smash the like. But we're going to head over to Toronto. That's right, the BMO Field in Ontario between Ghana and Panama on the 17th of June. That's over in Group L. Goodness gracious me, Ghana. Look at this form, absolutely atrocious form right now, and of course they're coming into this outsiders, massively out-fancied, or are they? Standing in the way is Panama, just the one defeat for them in the last 5 games, but again, I think this is the must-win game already between these two sides. Let's take a look at how the Black Stars got to this stage where they qualified. CAR Group I winners. It seems like a lifetime ago. We had the African Cup of Nations in January. They weren't even involved in that. They didn't even qualify for that. And realistically, yeah, something must be wrong with you if you can't qualify for those African nations, especially with the size of this nation in regards to the football spectrum that is Ghana. They should be forever presence in the African Cup of Nations. So that they weren't there was a shock. 12th of October 2025 is the date they secured the spot. They've been here 5 times in the past, last in 2022. Currently, streak of 2 successive tournaments. Their best was quarterfinals in 2010. They have a new manager, and it is Carlos Queiroz, of course, the former Real Madrid coach, former Man United assistant back in the day. So former international manager of some heavyweights as well, Colombia, Portugal, South Africa as well. So he's been there, seen it and done it. And of course, he's coming in here right now. Captain being Jordan Ayew, VRP being Antoine Semenyo. They do have some players though, and they're ranked 74th according to the world rankings. That is FIFA. They're coming into this having qualified via this pathway. Of course, looking pretty good though. Just the one defeat in their qualifiers. I don't know what went wrong between the end of this and now. It's just been very much all over the place for Ghana. They finished ahead of Madagascar, Mali, Comoros, the Central African Republic, and Chad to get to this World Cup. They have landed in Group L, which is a difficult-looking group, with England, Croatia, and their opponents here today, Panama, which they're focusing on right here now, 17th of June, of course, for them. And this is it, the VRP must-win game for Ghana, of course. They win this, they put themselves in the driving seat all of a sudden for maybe making second place or whatever, but also knowing that they've got the 3 points, which should be enough to get through to the knockout stages, which I think is the bare minimum for this Black Star nation. Coming at you though, these are the players that we called upon. A bit of a concern at the back, I think. Anti-Zegi between the sticks, the best goalkeeper in the world. If you would look at the spectrum here. Apokoku at the back, Baba as well. Into midfield, likes of Thomas Partey, Semenyo there from Man City. Owusu as well from Mosea. Up top, likes of Fatawu, Jordan Ayew there. Thomas Asante is a good little player. Naki Williams as well for Bilbao. They've got some attacking players up there, and I think that's where they're going to be relying heavily upon coming into this World Cup, is the attacking ranks. They've got the likes of Asari between the sticks, Ajeti, Apoku, Apopong there at the back 3, Mensah on the left-hand side, Sibo, Yurikiki, Senya up top, Sulemana, Ayew, and Semenyo up top. Inaki Williams may or may not be involved in that game, but standing in the way will be Panama. That's right, Panama coming at you as the CONCACAF third round Group A winners, securing their spot on the 18th of November 2025. This is their second tournament, their last in 2018, so a streak of just the one. They never made it out the group stages in 2018. Can they do it here and now? Well, they're relying on former Barcelona player Thomas Christensen, captained by Annabel Godoy, VRP Ishmael Diaz, ranked 33rd in the rankings, that is FIFA here and now. This is how they qualified. Of course, a much weakened qualifying for the CONCACAF nations, with the USA, Mexico, and Canada already automatically banking their spots. So, opportunity knocks for the likes of Panama, as well as other nations as well. Curacao coming through, Haiti as well. Some nations that have found it difficult. But Panama came through. Of course, some bigger nations like Costa Rica couldn't, Jamaica couldn't. So, you know, you got to take the opportunities when you get them. So let's not look at this in with a downward spiral here. They qualified without a loss, beating, of course, Suriname, Guatemala, and El Salvador to the punch here to qualify. They landed in Group L, which alongside Croatia, England, and their opponents here today, Ghana. 17th of June is the game. And again, just like Ghana, this is it. This is the 3 points opportunity. It doesn't get easier after this game. It gets difficult, more difficult. I'm not saying you're going to not get any points out of the next two, but if you get a win here, all of a sudden, it starts to believe, of course. But a draw here could put the end to everybody's hopes and dreams of making that round of 32, because draws don't get you nothing. So let's see if this Panama or the Ghanaian nation could get the result to see them in a good position. But anyway, that's a Maya between the sticks there. Eric Davis at the back. We've got Escobar as well. Caesar Blackman, Jose Cordoba as well at the back. We've got Lessa Cascarilla in midfield. Quintero as well. Godoy, we already talked about. Ishmael Diaz, Thomas Rodriguez as well. That's, of course, some of the key personnel in the squad. If we try to build an 11 here, we've got this one with the Mosquera between the sticks. Davis, Andrade, Escobar, Murillo, Cascarilla, Martinez, Harvey, Ishmael Diaz, Waterman, and Bastinas will be up there leading the charge for these Panama nation into this game against Ghana. Before we take a deep dive into this match, I'm going to hand you over to Eddie to talk about the Fanatics storefront for Blackburn Overseas. And Dirk, thanks again. Yes, we are always thinking here at Blackburn Overseas, and this summer is no different. We've got a brand new storefront, courtesy of Fanatics, our new partner. Big shout out to those guys. Link to that storefront is in the description down below. It also, hopefully, fingers crossed, should be on the screen right about now. Of course, we've got merchandise for Blackburn Rovers, official merchandise that is, World Cup as well. We've got all the good stuff. Make sure to check it out. If you're a sports fan, Fanatics is the place to be. Check that sucker out. Of course, every purchase you do helps the channel in some way, somehow, of course. But until then, it's back to Dirk in the studio. Look at the valuations then. 200 million for that of Ghana right here, right now, with a younger squad than that of Panama, 26.7 compared to their 29.6. So for the valuation for Panama, just 32 million euros coming into. So look at the public opinion for this match, or not this match, but this group. England overwhelming favoured for the group, 68%. Croatia 23%. The draw, not the draw, but the Panama are fourth favourites behind that of Ghana, but they are outsiders. Look at the gap between Croatia and Ghana and Panama. Is a humongous gap. If you're a dreamer, Ghana, look at this, and look at this alone. This is your pathway to the final. Of course, you would then, if you were to come third place, which is what it's all about here, finishing third place ahead of Panama, and I think pretty much these might be like-for-like run-ins, but we'll have a look at it. Ghana, third place, will get you a Portugal or Colombia in the round of 32, the Swiss in the round of 16, and then, of course, it just gets difficult. Argentina. It looks like, look, got Ivory Coast here somehow. I don't know how they made it to the semi-finals, but that's what we'll be waiting you if, of course, it goes your way. Meanwhile, Panama, again, a little bit different, slightly same sort of start here, but then it gets to quarterfinals. Argentina, I've got Croatia, semi-finals. Again, I don't know how they work this out. They're smart people behind the scenes here working that out. But anyway, let's take a look at this game and this game alone. Of course, Panama are underdogs here, 20%. Ghana at 74%. The draw is at 6%. Again, just a quick indication of where the bookies are going on this one. They are going, it's tight between these two sides. They are leaning towards Ghana to being favoured for this game. And I think that's pretty much where my head is at. I've gone with a 2-0 victory here for the Black Stars. When you look at that, some of those attacking ingredients with Semenyo, of course, we've got the Ayus there, Fatawu, some quality players. Panama, you know, but Panama will have the support, of course, CONCACAF nation, a lot of fans in the stands there for Panama. So that will be the 12th man, if you like, for Panama. And again, if they can get a result here, it's all about getting the result. And I think if whoever wins this game will be in a really good, strong position enough to get themselves into that round 32. But it would still come down to keeping an airtight defence against the big boys, Croatia and England. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. That, of course, is my prediction. Let me know yours, of course, in the comments. The best and the worst will be featured in the review show when, of course, we come back to talk about this result. Of course, if you want to look at some other predictions made by myself at the channel, we've got the cat prediction. We've also got the ones made by a bunch of ping pong balls. Make sure you check those out as well. Link should be on the screen right about now. But until then, subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later. We're done.